Hey, DPC Nation, it's Dr. Shane. I'm back with another Friday 5-minute magic tip. Hope you guys are having a great Friday, shaping up to be a good weekend here in South Carolina. So I just want to reach out to all my DPC rebels, all my DPC resistant fighters out there, talk to you guys just for a quick tip on Friday. Today, very interesting topic. It's been a hot topic on our DPC Facebook page about hiring physicians to join you, how to go about doing that. Very long and difficult topic. We're never able to cover all that in five minutes. Would need multiple sessions, like an all day course to do to get all the information you need how to hire physicians. But today, want to certainly focus on the when. So when you're thinking about building your DPC, when is the time to start thinking about hiring a physician? It's probably about the time you start opening your practice. But this is not an easy topic. It's very, very difficult. It's not a set pattern. It's different for every practice, different every location across the country. So I've talked to a lot of DPC physicians across the country, and um, I've heard different practices who will hire a physician, search, can't find a physician. Maybe they end up hiring some physicians or one or two. They don't work out. They ended up letting them go, or they go their separate ways. And there's some clinics who do real good at hiring physicians, which is try to learn from them as much as we can. So it's all over the map, and it's just not an easy topic. So today I want to talk about when is a good time to start thinking about that. So really, the when is whenever you feel like the pressure is coming down on you. There's no magic number. If you may have hear people talk about, hey, I'm starting a waiting list. I'm getting around 400, 500 patients. I want to slow down my numbers as I'm building up my practice. So if you feel a good trigger is when you start to feel like, hey, I would really start to slow down some and maybe add a waiting list and pull people off of the waiting list slowly. So if you're feeling that pressure to do a waiting list, maybe that's a good time to really start thinking about it. Even better if you can start thinking about it a little before then. There's a waiting list is another hot topic, whether they're good or bad. That's another discussion for another day. We've used one here in our clinic, and it helped us build up our new PA pretty fast when we had a substantial waiting list. So there's no magic number, but think about that as you begin to add more patients to your waiting list. Also think about staff and space. Do you have the staff to handle another physician? And do you have the space? Or you gonna have to move, get a bigger space? So the win is, it may be right now for you. I would certainly never let a good physician pass you by. There are many practices who have physicians just show up on their door and like, hey, I really want to do DPC. They fit well. They're culturally a good fit. They practice good medicine. So it may be good for you to even think about, hey, let's figure out a way to make this work. A partnership somehow. Maybe where we work together, but maybe separate practices. However it may work. But if there's a good person who's a good physician comes by, you may need to figure out how to make that work. So don't let those good people pass you by. Also, employers is another big one. So if you have a company comes to you and they have 300-400 employees and they want your services, obviously that's the time you need to figure out, okay, can I handle all these people, or do I need to really start looking for a physician? And what's your time frame on that? Can you get that done in 6 or 8 months? Can you hire the help that you need? So really, as you interact with employers on using their services to bring more patients to you, those are good times to start thinking about, hey, do I need to add a physician? One little tip I would give you on hiring in general is, I mentioned earlier about never letting a good person pass by. Always keep a little notebook or a record of, like, either in your brain, on your phone, somewhere, like, hey, if I ever need a front office person, I'm calling this person first. If I need a medical assistant, I'm calling this person. And just, have kind of like a list of who in your community, if you could have them work for you, who would it be? Same thing with physicians, like who in your community, you may not know anyone, but make a little playlist, be thinking about, like, if I could hire a physician, this is who I'd go after. So be thinking about that. It's a tough needle to thread, when to hire. But start thinking about it as you open up your practice. One last thing I want to share. My book, Magic Pixie Dust and Miracles, just got on audio version of that. It's on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes. So I wanted you guys to know about that. And I'm giving away 3 free copies next week. On January 31st, I'm going to draw names. I'll probably announce it next Friday on my 5-minute magic tip. So if you're interested in getting a free copy of that, just connect with me. Tell me your DPC story. Connect with me at Dr. Shane at dpcmagic.com, Dr. Shane at dpcmagic.com. Tell me your DPC story, and I'm going to give away 3 audio copies of my book next week, actually. So hope you guys have a great weekend, and keep the DPC magic going as best you can. Connect with me if I can help you in